Hello, everyone, and welcome back to the Fox Den. I am sincerely sorry to what I did. Work got kind of crazy this last week, so hope you guys forgive me for that. To make it up for you, I'll record today, tomorrow, this video tomorrow and the day after, if I have time. Because you guys know me, I tend to break my promises pretty easily, because my schedule is always changing. Now, keep a lookout on Unsmooth Criminal's channel, because one of these days, probably next week or so, we'll be doing a little bit of Dungeons & Dragons over on his channel. So keep a lookout. Now, you're wondering about the picture, huh? Let's just say that I got in the mood to do something different than what I normally do. So then, welcome to What If Deku, female Deku, was Nikola Tesla's daughter from Iron Harvest's official game, quote unquote. Because she hasn't made an appearance in the Iron Harvest video game, but she's made an appearance in Scythe, the board game version of Iron Harvest. So everyone, sit back, relax, and enjoy the story. We open up in the factory in Romania, in the Iron Harvest universe, back in 1920. As they find out, all this stuff happens. All the events of the Iron Harvest game happens and everything, and the Operation Eagle has happened. Now we cut to the factory with little Izumi. I'm rechanging the character's name because, God, I hated the pronunciation. Izumi Tesla. As she's working on a project of hers, a personal pet project, you can say. This being her robotic little fox. Now, while all this happens and everything like that, something interesting happens with Izumi. During one of the battles she has with her little subgroup, her father and her father's allies being the Germans, the remnants of the German Empire, to say, the rebels, the loyalist Russians, and the Polonians, or the rebellious Saxonians, the Zurusviets, and the Polonians. Those are the ones out and about right now, helping bring everyone back into the light. Now, what happens is, during their fight, half of the factory gets destroyed. Izumi, fearing the worst, is afraid of what might happen if they take over the factory. So she tells her allies and her father to evacuate the factory to their second stronghold down in Japan. Down in the Tokugawa shogunate. Sorry, I know it's not called Japan in the universe. Down the Tokugawa shogunate, or somewhere down in Africa. To evacuate down there while she single-handedly, quote-unquote, sacrifices herself. So her, with her little fox buddy, Volt, runs out the door. As she does, she picks up 2 pistols. Her dual-wield Tesla coil pistols. As she runs into battle, firing them, killing off Fenrir soldiers left and right. She called in some of her friends from her own faction, called the factory militia. She called in her guys from the factory militia to come help out. But as soon as that happens, Fenrir uses a weapon, an experimental one in fact, that opens up a hole right underneath her entire army, and they fall through. Nikola, seeing this, is devastated and vows to destroy Fenrir after quote-unquote killing his daughter. Now then, we cut over to Izumi, who opens up in this area. She's in Japan, not the Tokugawa shogunate, in modern day, or my hero's quote-unquote modern day Japan. She looks around confused and goes to check on her soldiers to see if they're alright. She's thankful that they're alright, so that she doesn't have to worry about them so much. Since everyone and her father in the factory, she's the one that worries the most about the people working with her. So much so that the Saxonian general who was working with the factory called her a little too soft-hearted to be in a war. In her eyes, it's better to be soft-hearted than being cold. It's better to be soft-hearted than cold-hearted. As long as you have compassion, you can show the soldiers the meaning of life, and show them you're not just fighting an enemy, you're also fighting a fellow human being. That's her stance on war, and that's her entire faction's stance on war, actually. Her entire faction believes that as long as they can show the enemies what's wrong from right, they can win a battle easily. That's why her mechs are usually the weakest, but they're also the most strongest at the same time, since they can deal heavy damage. Now, we cut over. Now after she's finished checking up on the soldiers, making sure her mechs are well repaired, a hero jumps right in front of him. Someone jumps down right in front of him. He's wearing pure black with a whitish scarf around him. He simply states, "Holt, who are you, and why do you have such a big force?" Izumi turns around, confused by the language, but recognizes it's Japanese, or well, in her case, Toganese. I don't know what. I'm just assuming it's the actual language. So she recognizes it's Japanese. And with her best Japanese, she musters. Well, in her olden Japanese, she musters. "We are the factory militia. We come from the factory down in what was Romania. I was hit by a weapon by a foundation called Fenrir. Me and my army got sent somewhere, and I think it's the Tokugawa shogunate." Aizawa responds with, "Tokugawa shogunate? Sorry, but you might be confusing us with something else, but we did have a leader, we did have a Japanese leader back in the past named Tokugawa. But right now, we're a democracy, not a monarchy." As Izumi responds with, "So you're like the Usonians. The Usonian Union." Aizawa responds with, "Who? Sorry, you might better know them as the Americans." "Ah, I see. So may I ask, who are you exactly?" "Well, you might find this hard to believe, but since I'm assuming I'm either A, in the future, or B, in a different timeline, or C, in a different timeline and in the future. I am the daughter of Nikola Tesla, Izumi Tesla. And this little guy, as she points down to the fox next to her feet, is Volt, a robotic fox developed by my father's, that I made using my father's technology. As well. Damn it, sorry. As Aizawa just blankly stares at her, confused, like, Nikola Tesla died years ago. And you're telling me you're the daughter of him? Yes. At least, I think in my universe. Because now they say he's dead, and he died years ago, I'm pretty sure I'm either A, in the future, or B, in a different reality in the future. Can I draw some blood for you to see if you actually are related to Mr. Tesla? Of course. Aizawa then leads the group down to an abandoned military barracks that's been abandoned by the Americans since World War II, and told the crew, you guys can stay here while we set up things with the heroes. Heroes. Interesting. Can you tell me the concept about your guys' quote-unquote heroes? Because I'm a hero on my own right, being a leader of this military group, after all. Yes, heroes have abilities called quirks. Quirks grant us superpowers in a way. These superpowers, we use them for good, mostly good, but there's people that use them for evil. We dub those people villains, since it makes sense. We have heroes, we have villains. Now, about your Fenrir stuff. We're gonna have to look into it ourselves, because we've been having random electronical technology pop up out of nowhere every once in a while. So we'll use your knowledge about Fenrir to try to search out to see if Fenrir is in our world too, or we have a different version of Fenrir in our world. Thank you. And you by chance have iron? Can you by chance give me a steady supply of iron so I can build this base back up? Yes, I have. Here. He hands Izumi a phone, simply stating that, call the number named Cementos, and call the two numbers named Cementos and Powerloader, and tell them that Aizawa asked me to call you for some help. Okay? I got it. Now then, we must go. As the two then run off. As Aizawa then runs off to do his normal stuff.
Getting heavy soon.
Aizawa is actually happy about what's going on. Seeing how that, well, it's awesome that people actually get to do stuff around here. Since, in his opinion, people are way too soft nowadays. So he's happy to actually have some people have leg muscle and actually do shit around here. So, Izumi then calls Powerloader first. Powerloader picks up saying, Aizawa, I told him to call me when I'm at work. Sorry, this is not Aizawa. He told me to call you about if I had any questions about getting me some iron. You need iron. What for? You know the abandoned military base near the outskirts of Tokyo? Yes, I do. Yeah, I'm there. I'm rebuilding the place. Paladin says, it's about time someone finally does. What is your plan for it? Nothing much. May I ask who you are? Aizawa will explain the full story later, but for right now, I am a leader of a military organization. I see. Just call us the militia. That's simply all you need to know for now. The militia? I see. Yes, just right now call us militia. That's simply what we are. The militia. Nothing more, nothing less. And she does the same with Power Loader, saying that we're just a militia, nothing more, nothing less. As a couple days go by and Nezu has gone, the base has been built up steadily to the point where a classic base from Iron Harvest, the board from the actual game, will be seen.
You are looking powerful.
I must be on my way now.
Nezu then comes down to meet Izumi and her crew. She meets Izumi and Lieutenant Jackson. No, Lieutenant of hers. As a green portal opens up right next to her. Right in the middle of the base. Everyone's freaking out, and then suddenly 2 more people pop out. I'm going to have to remember the names, but one of them of key importance is the last one that pops out is Gunther and William. The 2 people that pop out, the 2 of the 3 people that pop out is Gunther and William. The hero of the American faction of Iron Harvest and the hero of the German faction. Them, Izumi seeing them, well, says, Gunther! William! What are you 2 doing here? How did you get here? Izumi, what happened to you? We just saw the portal open up and Tesla, your father tried to recreate in it. And suddenly it blew up and we were sent here. We were sent through the portal. And we found out that you're in a base. Where are we? Before you freak out, let me explain. You're in an alternate universe where the Tokugawas don't rule over Japan, and we're in... What year was it? Nezu simply explains, 22,003. As he said, 22,003. What the... I know. It's impossible to believe, right? Yes. It is very hard to believe. Yes, it is very hard to believe. I have assumed you have a reason for bringing us here. Yes, I do. Nezu simply says, I assume you have a reason for bringing us here? It's funny, is it not? How we always unintentionally get in these situations. It's funny, is it not? We always unintentionally get into these situations. Even if we choose not or to. Even if we choose not to. We always get into these situations. It's pretty interesting if you ask me. William speaks up saying, I don't know about you guys, but a chance at a new life is all I need. My bastard father is not here with us anyways. You can say that again, William. As Izumi pops up saying, your father is nowhere to be seen and I can be any better. You got that right. Gunther said, like, enough about that now, everyone. I do believe you have more pressing matters to discuss. And what will those be, William? Gunther? Gunther? Where the hell is Brennhilde? Oh, your mech. Yes, where the hell is she? Gunther, is that all you care about your mech? Yes, yes I do. And I'm the only... There's only 2 people on the planet that can actually repair that thing. So I'd rather repair the thing when I have a chance, you know. I understand. I really do, Gunther. But doing it like this is kind of unorthodox. I know. But still. As the conversation keeps arguing, as Izumi and Gunther starts arguing about the importance of Brennhilde, Nezu simply pops in saying, "Everyone, I do believe that's enough. You guys are military allies, isn't that correct? It would be beneficial if you don't argue." As well, Izumi pops up saying, "Heh, he's right, you know. It's better for us not to argue." You're right. We shouldn't argue at the pass at hand. We must first find a way to get home. Because I'm pretty sure that everyone will be missing us right about now. So it's better for us if we actually go home. You got that right. So... But yeah, everyone. Sorry about my little outburst. It's fine. It's fine, you know it's fine. But yeah. It's still interesting, you know. It's so interesting when you realize what we can really do. So, you have a nice base you have. You both managed to build a nice base without me. Gunther, shut up. Sorry. But anyways, sorry about my little outburst there, little mouse rat man. It's quite alright. And you are Gunther, isn't what from what I heard, correct? That is correct. I am Lieutenant... I believe he's Lieutenant... No, Commander. I am Commander Gunther of the Saxonian Army. Well, rebellious Saxonian Army. The one still loyal to Kaiser Wilhelm. What happened to your crew, might I ask? That's an answer better left unchecked. That's fine. That's fine. I understand if you're somewhat worried about it. So no need to worry there, William. I understand. No. Gunther, I understand. William? I don't know, but I only met these guys once. But I understand they're all really cool people. The main reason why I'm here is because I was to make a deal. Because I am currently the new head of army at the Usonians, or America. As the girl with the blue hat just walks off to go explore with her bear. I'll have her come in the second episode because I forgot her name. Sorry. But that happens and everything like that. Then they explain all about the Hero Society to William and Gunther. as everything happens, they then do this. They then do something no one really expected. They ask, can you get us recognized by the Japanese government as a sort of Japanese militia, or the Hero Society militia, that we only come into play when you guys need it, and you can use our technology. You can use the Tesla technology as well. I'm pretty sure you will like it. That was a generous offer. I will go bring it up with some government officials. Thank you very much. Thank you very much, Nezu, was it? Thank you. That is quite alright, Gunther. I understand if you get my name. We have just met, after all. I'm very sorry, though. I always feel like that if I forget someone's name, it's on me. Gunther is quite alright. I understand. It's kind of hard to keep track of multiple people, right? Yes, it is. Sorry. That's quite alright. Just remember, if you ever need help, I'm here. The Hero Society's here to help you guys. Since you're technically, now, unofficially part of our crew. Thank you very much, Matthew. As a couple of weeks have passed, and they form a really good base and really good stuff. They got recognized by the Japanese government as the Hero Society's militia. They all got permits, so they can kill if they need to. And the one trade-off is that they have to share their technology from their world. Share their technology. Nezu just didn't bring up the fact that they're from a different world. He thinks it's better if that is not brought up, to avoid questions. And him and Gunther thinks that that's the best case scenario. We don't want the governments of the world to come after us. As time continues, as they reach a certain point, they got involved in a couple of battles or so. Hell, Gunther was even there during the All for One fight, so All Might's not even injured. And he managed to rebuild Brandhilda. Granted, with a lot more Nikola Tesla technology. But he still managed to rebuild it. Which really made him happy. For some reason. No one really knows why he is so obsessed with Brandhilda. But all they know that he's happy about it. And no one can really mind. Because seeing a happy Gunther means they don't get... The soldiers seeing a happy Gunther means they will get less training. And so, well, they actually are pretty weird on their recruitment. They accept only quirkless people. Seeing how the militia is a good way for the quirkless to get involved in fights where the government would normally not allow them to get involved in. It's kind of their way to say that we respect what you guys can do. Since we're from a time where quirkless people were all that was there, even though we were from a different reality. One of these quirkless people being, in this universe, Shinzo. Shinzo is now in charge of the newly formed Tokugawa division. They named Tokugawa out of the Tokugawa shogunate, since he will be, if they ever make their way back to the world, he's going to be a representative for the Tokugawa shogunate by going there and asking for assistance, saying that he's the Tokugawa citizen and everything like that. Shinzo is a special case in their eyes. Seeing how he's helpful, he's kind, but he's also determined. So, Izumi developed a little mind-controlled glasses with her technology. Focused more on the mind than her father's. Seeing this, Shinzo is extremely happy that someone would do this for him. And actually takes it up. Takes it up with, well, Yue. Yue then agrees to accept Izumi as a teacher for the support course, seeing how her actions have greatly benefited the Hero Society in the past couple of years. And no one really cares that she's from a different world. At least the heroes don't care. Because she's a hero in her own right. Everyone that joined her is a hero in their own right. Most being war heroes, like Gunther. One being a hero of the media, being William. But also being a hero of the masses, like William. But he doesn't really mind, since helping people is all William cares about. And that's all he's ever going to care about, because that's William. He loves caring about people. So he doesn't mind if people view him as this sort of celebrity pop star of the face of the militia. He actually accepts the role, while Izumi, their actual leader, falls under Death's eyes, which she enjoys better. See how she can stay hidden from the spotlight and help people from the shadows. That's what she believes is true heroism. Not helping because she needs to, helping because she wants to. It's not because her eyes, yes, heroes are to save people, but at the same time, heroes also gotta look out for themselves sometimes. Her definition of a true hero falls sort of in between Aizawa's and Stain's. That's kind of where her morality scale falls between. And now we cut to the first day UA with her in the observation deck, just watching over them, over the new students, and one girl catches her eye in the support course. This being Mei Hatsume. And she thinks to herself, she can really benefit from my technology. She can really benefit with learning Tesla technology. I'll keep my eye on her. She would really enjoy it. And as that is where I'm going to end it off for today. I know it's a little jumbled, but it's kind of my first big hitter, and I hope you guys enjoyed a weird one. So, this is Fox. Peace out, everyone.